All right, folks, how's everyone doing this evening? Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. This is the Albany County Democratic Party's party, so thank you for joining us and welcome. We appreciate you all being here. We're going to make a couple of announcements, so we have some results in that we're ready to announce. For those of you that don't know me, I am Jake Crawford, the chair of the Albany County Democratic Committee. I think we're still waiting for a couple more people to join us up on stage, but there we go, some city council members. I will state the obvious. It's been a good night for Democrats in the city of Albany. So let's hear it for the city of Albany Democrats. I am proud to announce our Democrats are going to be returning on the city council, and I am proud to announce that we're going to have another 4 years of Mayor Kathy Sheehan. Kathy Sheehan has done great things for the city of Albany. Kathy Sheehan's going to continue to do great things for the city of Albany, and let's hear it for 4 more years for Kathy Sheehan. Mayor, congratulations. Thank you for all that you've done for the residents of Albany, and congratulations another 4 years.
Right.
Thank you. Hello, Albany. How is everyone? We are here to celebrate that we have an incredible slate of common council candidates who are going to be doing amazing work over the next 4 years. I want to congratulate Sonia Frederick, Derek Johnson, Joyce Love, Kelly Kimbrough, Jamel Robinson. Come on, let's give it up. Gabriela Romero, Sergio Adams, Jack Flynn, Megan Keegan, welcome to the council. Owusu Anani, Alfredo Ballerin, Hyde Clark, Ginny Farrell, Deb Zamer, and Tom Hoey. Great job. Our city treasurer, Darius Shonfar, our chief city auditor, Dorcia Pleers, and our common council president, Corey Ellis, are going to be joining me in doing amazing things for the next 4 years. We know that we have been through unprecedented times. And because of the hard work and dedication of a workforce that never stopped working, that continued to do everything that they needed to do to provide essential city services, to keep people safe, that we are on a trajectory to move our city forward, make unprecedented investment, to build on the $1 billion of investment, the $100 million of infrastructure investment, the unprecedented investments that we've made in every neighborhood in our city so that we can ensure that every neighborhood works. As we have campaigned throughout the city, we've talked to our residents. We understand the challenges that people have faced, the concerns that they have for our community, but we also see in them amazing hope and pride. Pride in our city, pride in what we accomplished, pride in how we responded, and pride in how we are going to build back better. Tonight is for celebrating. The list of people to thank is too long, but I have to thank my husband, Bob. I can't leave him out. I couldn't do any of this without him. I couldn't do any of this without the amazing team that helped to get us to where we are. We took nothing for granted because we don't take the residents of Albany for granted. We don't take for granted that we come to work every day with a mission to ensure that we are doing all that we can for our community, that we are doing all that we can to keep people safe, that we are doing all that we can to build the hopes and dreams and future that our residents want for their city. And that is why we were victorious tonight. That is why we are here tonight. That is what Democrats do. We fight for working families. We fight for our communities. And we're going to continue to do that for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more to announce, but I think it's clear that Democrats do deliver, and thank you to the residents of the city of Albany for keeping our mayor the mayor. Thank you. We'll be back in a few minutes.
look, I think that, we did not take anything for granted. I've been out knocking doors. I've had a great team of volunteers. And we've been listening to our residents and listening to the community. And I think that we have such great opportunity and potential in our city. There's so much reason to be hopeful as we come out of these unprecedented, challenging times. And it's going to be really important that we continue to engage the community, to listen to people, so that we're making investments and doing all that we can to create every neighborhood and have every neighborhood be safe, every neighborhood, have the potential and be able to reach the opportunities that our residents want.
What's the most important issue facing the city that you're going to be focusing on?
Well, look, we are facing workforce issues just like private businesses are facing workforce issues. We're building back our police department. We hired a new class just on Friday. We are accelerating our academy so that we can run academies every 4 months, and they'll overlap. So the goal is to have between 90 and 100 new police officers to fill all those vacant positions, so that we have the workforce there. We're also building, the opportunity to bring in caseworkers, and really focusing on the policing reforms that our community said that they wanted. I think that that's really the #1 issue that I heard from voters at the doors. They want to make sure that we're doing all that we can to keep people safe, but to also make sure that we have true community policing in the city of Albany.
Mayor, if this is your final term, do you feel like you have a sense of urgency over the next 4 years to really get as much done as you possibly can?
Well, I have a sense of urgency over the next 4 years because the way that the rescue plan is set up, we have to get this money invested in our community. And so that is the top priority, because that funding is going to help us to create safety in our city. It's going to help us to create child care seats, home ownership. It's a real opportunity for us to, I think, invest in a way that hasn't happened probably, since after the Depression. And so I think that this is a really tremendous flex point in time in the city of Albany. But we have to get that money out there. We have to get it invested. And, that really aligns with the next 4 years.
Prop 7. What's that going to mean? If we haven't asked you that already. Prop 7.
I think that Prop 7 is all about the fact that in the United States, we have civilian oversight of the police department, and our residents want to ensure that civilian oversight is meaningful. And so that's what Prop 7 is about. I know that the union has some issues with some of the language in it. We'll have to see how that plays out. But I think that we have to have accountability. If our residents are asking us for it, we have to be responsive. We have police officers that do amazing things every single day. I see it. I see the work that they do. And so I think that we need to be willing to ensure that we're working with the community and that we are responsive to concerns that people bring forward. And I think when we look at the totality of what those changes are, it's really about having transparency around what it is that our police are doing on a day-to-day basis. And I think what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, is something that will make our residents proud. So we've got to embrace it. We've got to recognize it's a new day, and we have to work with the community to build that trust. Trust is what brings safety to a community. And when you have trust in the police department, you have safer communities. That's just a fact.
Mayor, why do you think we're successful today?
I think that our residents understand that we've built a team that is really responding to the concerns that our residents have. We have invested over $100 million in infrastructure. We dealt with areas in this city that suffered from flooding for decades and decades, that we have finally solved those challenges. We're willing to roll up our sleeves and work with the community to address areas where there has been disinvestment or a lack of investment. And so I think, looking at that amazing commitment that, across our departments, people see that is something that they want us to keep doing, to keep moving forward.
Any message to your opponents tonight about debate?
Look, this is a democracy, and I think that it's important for all voices to be heard. I think it's important for people to be able to express, what their concerns are. And I certainly spend a tremendous amount of time in our community. I wasn't surprised by any of the concerns that they raised. They're concerns that I talk about one-on-one with our families. at community meetings all of the time, and it takes collaboration, cooperation, and a realistic understanding of the resources that we have and the resources that we need to continue to fight for. And I think that's another thing that our community knows. I have fought for resources. I have been successful in getting us money from the state, new money from the state. We have done a tremendous amount to drive investment into the city of Albany because we've been willing to be transparent, because we've been willing to be strategic, and because we've listened to our residents. Thank you.
Thank you.